Welcome to the Mana Mental Health Soul Science Podcast, a space where sacred wisdom meets the nervous system. I'm Tanya, a licensed trauma therapist, integrative guide, and you could say a tender of souls. Here we explore the healing intersection of neuroscience, embodiment, and spirit. So whether you are a caregiver, a healer, a helper, or simply a sensitive soul, this is your invitation to come here just as you are. Slow down, go deep, and remember, healing isn't just clinical, it's also deep soul work. There is a line in scripture that I can hardly bear to read, and for me, it's the most painful line in the Bible. And that is, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Luke 23:34. So today we're talking about how forgiveness may feel far away and anger feels like the truth. So going back to that line in scripture, Jesus said it while dying, while being crushed under injustice. But what he cried out, man, it cuts deep. Because I can't always imagine loving like that. Not when they should have known what they were doing and did it anyway. It's hard to understand or comprehend that level of forgiveness and love. It just doesn't seem human. For me, as a human being on this earth, it's hard to understand Jesus in that moment. It's hard to understand someone being tortured and dying in agony at the hands of other humans and forgiving them. So when I read about Jesus flipping tables in the temple, not shaming himself for it, not apologizing for it, just letting that righteous anger move through him like fire, protecting the sacred, that is the moment I exhale, because that Jesus, I understand him. I've met him in myself. Jesus flipped the tables in the temple because people were exploiting the sacred space, turning worship into a business, taking advantage of the poor and marginalized. And if you know anything about Jesus, you know that Jesus was a friend to the marginalized. He was a friend to the poor. That is Jesus. And when we think about him being angry over the mistreatment of people and exploitation of the sacred, we can carry that same table flipping metaphor and word. You are a temple. 1 Corinthians 6:19. Your mind, your body, your spirit, sacred ground. This doesn't have to be religious, people. Just think about how you are sacred as a human being. But sometimes, without realizing it, other people, old patterns, inner critics, set up tables inside us. As a therapist, I sit with anger every week. People who've been told it's not spiritual, not appropriate, it's dangerous, it's not safe. In women, it's not ladylike. So people tuck it away. They don't know what to do with it. They turn it inward into silence or shame. A common theme that I see with people often, it's not so much they're afraid of confrontation because of how somebody might treat them. They are afraid of confrontation because they are worried about their own anger response. And so in sessions, sometimes it's my anger that comes up, never toward the client, but toward the systems, the abusers, the betrayals that never should have happened, trauma that I've experienced that never should have happened. From a nervous system lens, anger is protective. It protects us from feeling that woundedness, from feeling that hurt, from feeling that sadness, from feeling that fear. And yet we live in a culture that just jokes about anger. We run from it. We're rarely taught how to listen to it. You may remember a film from years ago with Adam Sandler called Anger Management, where they turn rage into a joke. There's that scene, where the group is forced to sing, I feel pretty, oh so pretty, which is meant to suppress emotion rather than deal with it, honestly. But I get it. It was a comedy, right? But beneath the laughter, it shows what many of us have experienced. Being taught to smile over our anger and not actually getting to the root of it. Walking around with jazz hands because we feel like that is the appropriate response. That is exhausting, people. That is so tiring to mask like that. And from a theological lens, Jesus had it too. He made room for both grief and fury, and he never lost his holiness in the process. Ephesians 4:26 instructs us, be angry and do not sin. Anger is not a sin. It's a valid human emotion, even a sacred one at times. What matters is not whether you feel anger, but what you do with it. Healthy anger can protect, clarify, and even heal. An unprocessed anger can harm, disconnect, or consume. It sucks your energy out of you. Your task isn't to suppress it, but to steward it. And sometimes the most Jesus-like thing that you can do is maybe go inward and flip a few tables in your own life.